So we're a little bit late this morning, but that's okay because it's better than yesterday and progress is what's important. We're gonna get back, try and get leads, finishing the notes, refining things, and just my morning stuff done before 10, and then hopefully start calling by 10. So that's a plan. Oh, I gotta do a workout. I put the workout plan in the notes yesterday, but we're gonna be doing that this morning if I can find the equipment, but that's the plan. So I was also up most of the night editing the video, but we're until 1:30 at least, but that's no excuse. I just gotta stop sleeping through my alarms. It's fucking terrible. I'll wake up, I'll get my phone from my desk and just keep hitting snooze on like 6 alarms. So I don't know, gotta try something different, I guess. Never had a problem before, it's just here. I don't know what it is, maybe it's the environment or something, but I gotta fix it. So if you didn't see my video yesterday of me working out, I'm doing home workouts from the shop because that's what I need to do. I made a new workout routine, home workout routine, but I can't find the dumbbells and I don't have a pull-up bar, so I'm just gonna do wide grip push-ups, regular push-ups, diamond grip push-ups, and mountain climbers for double to replace the other exercises that need a dumbbell and a pull-up bar. So I'm gonna do those. I feel terrible this morning, but still doing it. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go inside, have a shower, and get on with the day. Probably gonna do more research into how I can replace those other exercises with body weight workouts that work the same muscle groups, but that's not a priority right now, so I'm gonna do that tonight. You have to remember that everything is a numbers game. I might have to call 1,000 people before I get one meeting, but that's 10 days of 100 calls. It's a lot of work. If I can even get 100 calls done in a day, I'm pretty sure I have in the past, 50 to 100, but you know, it's you can't get discouraged because even if, I mean, okay, if you make 1,000 calls and you don't get one call, you should probably refine things a bit because you can do better and you're losing a lot of time because of bad processes, but you're never going to be perfect, right? So you're better off to get it in a good point, get things to a good point, and then start taking action. So perfectionism kills progression, and that's another really big weakness of mine because I'm driven by aesthetics and I need everything to be perfect, but that's not always the best idea. So numbers game, doesn't matter what it is, everything is in numbers. If you haven't hit outrageous numbers yet, then keep going. Too bad I can never play hockey. So we've called about 10 so far. I made a really big list, about 50 leads. It's 50. But this is just something that, like I said, I didn't think was going to work very well with the skills that I have. The cold definitely doesn't help either. So we are going to set this aside. We still have the list, so if I want to come back to it, it's here. But cold calling is definitely not the route that I want to go long-term or short-term. It just doesn't work for me at this point. So we're going to move to something that's more effective so that I don't waste any time. And that's likely going to be Instagram outreach. So we're going to perfect that because I can do that efficiently. I can source people really efficiently and keep track of things. So we're gonna do that for a bit more. We're not ditching the cold calling thing completely. It just isn't working for me right now. So we're not gonna stick with something that isn't working. Obviously it's a numbers game, but it has to be decently good to have your numbers work within a reasonable time frame. So like chaos mentally, fuck. So the last few days have been chaos, kind of just mental warfare over what I should be doing in terms of outreach and cold calling and messaging and structure. But at the end of the day, I was approaching something that I think is, like I said in one of the videos, the past videos, is a little bit beyond my skill set in terms of sales and networking. So I think we're gonna axe stage one, because I already have work scheduled. I'm working tomorrow. I'm roofing tomorrow, and then for the next few weeks, I'm gonna be driving truck again, unfortunately, but that's all right because we're gonna be working on stage two, and then hopefully by the time I get paid, so 15 to 30 days, that'll put us around day 25 to day 40 of the challenge. If I work on stage two during my spare time, by the time I get paid, I'm gonna have just about everything ready to launch. So we're gonna act stage one in terms of, well, technically the job is stage one, but in terms of working for myself and consulting, because I absolutely can't stand, like, I've become sort of extroverted and a people person, but that doesn't mean that I'm good at selling. And ultimately, I'm not good with people that are uncooperative. It's just not my thing at this point. And in the future, I want to learn sales and get better at that. But like I said, if I'm trying to do something that I can't at the moment, I'm just going to ultimately fail within the time span that I have. So we're replacing stage one with a job, and you'll realize most of what I was thinking in the notes because it's pretty much straight off the top of my head, right? I'm just writing stuff down. That's kind of the point of the notes. I've organized things more in the past, but the notes are basically just what I'm thinking and what I'm taking down during the day. But you might have a stroke reading today's notes, so fair warning. But that's what we're gonna do. So if, like I said, I'm gonna be roofing tomorrow. We're gonna be working for the next few weeks, getting paid pretty decently. And then on my off time, I'm gonna be developing stage two. So that's good. I want it to be some sort of app with a digital product, digital subscription, because that takes a lot of the time with fulfillment and that kind of stuff out of the picture. But there's a couple tough things. My dad's taking the side-by-side down the road. So that's kind of the plan again. But I think this is going to help a lot because I'm doing something that I'm actually good at and not trying to build a plan for consulting and reaching out to people and doing something that I'm not good at. And I've tried, maybe it's a sign, I don't know, I've tried this multiple times in the past and learned and took courses on, read books on marketing agencies and doing outreach, and just haven't had any success. So we're going to, like I said, put in the time, make some hard-earned cash, some blood, sweat, and tears, roofing, tomorrow at least, and then probably on my free time, and then put that money into stage two and stage three, which is both things that I think I'm very good at, you know, creating, developing, executing, launching, marketing, things that I can do by conveying my message through words and images and videos instead of in person off the top of my head. Maybe I'm just not well versed in business meetings. I don't know what the deal is, honestly. It's just not my thing. So, and that doesn't mean just because I think I'm really good at these things doesn't mean that I'm going to succeed, like guaranteed 100%. It's obviously, this is an attempt. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but what I do know is that sometimes business ideas fail. Sometimes people don't like the ideas as much as you think they will. Sometimes nobody cares about the product or whatever that you build. So it's gonna take some testing. We're gonna hope that my marketing is effective enough that it will succeed on first launch. So there's probably not going to be a lot of content besides the notes because I'm going to be developing. Actually, there probably will be because I'm going to be working on setting up campaigns and all kinds of stuff that'll be really helpful for some of you guys. So that's what's happening. It's kind of late. I'm going to finish. I got to redo my workout notes or whatever. Probably not going to do workouts in the morning because I'm going to a very labor intensive job. So that's going to be most of my workout. I might still do runs, but that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So, God, that driveway alarm is annoying. So annoying. But I have a feeling this is going to be the last thing I record, so probably going to see you tomorrow. Maybe on a roof, maybe in a truck. I don't know. I think I'm taking the roofing truck to work. So I'll see you then.